clearly. Let me know if you are hearing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to, I don't know if I should say extra class or let's talk, but I would have promised you before now, after I did a video on the 28th of May entitled Digicel, the bigger, better oppressors. I was contacted by a member of the Digicel team who expressed a desire to um, let's say, enlighten me as it relates to some of the things that I might not have known and to really and truly share their side of the story. So, as I said, prior to now, I would have spoken to, well, I did the video on the 28th, that was a Sunday, and in the afternoon, I received an email with somebody from Digicel wanting to reach out to me. And I'm sure I'll be able to state it. Says, good afternoon. The team at Digicel viewed your video regarding issues you are having with the expiration of your top up. Is there a number I could reach you and in order to clear up some of the issues that you did not fully explain to your audience or may not be aware of? Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So I would have been contacted by the public relations and communications manager at Digicel, Mr. Elon Parkinson. He will be joining us now. So let me just bring Mr. Parkinson into the stream. Mr. Parkinson, you are now live. You can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, good afternoon. Well, thank you. You've done a very good job of introducing me and also letting your viewers know as to how we came about getting in touch with each other. And of course, now about to have this conversation for the benefit of yourself and your viewers. So good to be here.
Okay, so that's it. As I said, peeps, you would have watched the video. You would have heard the grosses that I had. You would have heard why I was upset because I was really and truly peeved about that situation. And I did not do it because I have any malice against Digicel. I did it because I am a paying customer of Digicel and I felt that I had the right to express my opinions and views on the matter. So, Mr. Parkinson said he and his team would have viewed the video and they decided to reach out. First and foremost, I appreciate that because you were not, well, I guess you're gonna say you're a customer, so yes, you're obligated. But I suppose I am still really and truly appreciative of the fact that you decided or you saw it fit to reach out. Right? So Mr. Parkinson, we would have spoken before now, so let's not go around that. And we would have agreed to disagree on some things. Some things I can see from a business perspective, some things I cannot see through, right? But the issue that I was having per se was the fact that my credit, when I top up, right, my credit would expire in a very very short time, and I was really and truly peeved at the fact that I would be having thousands of dollars on my phone at any given time, and I was unable to place a call without adding credit to my existing credit. So just speak to
Right.
the people as to what might have happened as it relates to that.
All right, so we checked and we found that you're on the more credit offer. And the more credit offer gives you 25% extra credit when you top up with $200 or more. We've had this offer in the market for about a year and going on 8 or 9 months now. So you would have activated the more credit offer, and the terms and conditions would have been provided back then when you activated. Two main features of the offer are that you get 25% bonus credit on your top up worth $200 or more. However, the amount of time you get to use the top up is reduced. So the original top up is usually shorter in terms of the validity period when you're on the more credit offer. Now, some customers might ask why. Well, this is obviously because on the other end of the rainbow, so to speak, you get the value of 25% more credit. And a lot of customers find this to be quite useful because then with more credit, they're able to, say, activate a higher value plan, for instance, get more data and more minutes. So it's beneficial to some customers. For others, at some point in the relationship with us, it might not be so beneficial at that time. Customers are always free to opt out by dialing star 147 star 25 and the number sign.
All right, could you please repeat the opt out option for the persons who might be in that same situation and are currently listening?
Yeah, man, it's star 147 star 25 and then the number sign. And of course, you press send.
Okay. All right. But as we spoke, when we spoke prior to now, I would have told you that I cannot, for the life of me, recall activating. What you said the plan name again?
It's not a plan, it's
A
a feature.
feature.
It's
Yeah,
more.
the feature.
So, right. So when we launched it in, I think, October, November 2017, thereabouts, right? What would have happened with most customers is that whenever they top up, they get what we call a bounce back message to say you've just topped up X amount, let's say $200. Would you like 25% more credit? Yes or no? And there's also the proviso that look, going forward, we won't ask you, we'll just give you the 25% more credit. Terms and conditions apply, of course, which include the fact that, for example, a $200 credit, right? A regular $200 credit would normally expire within 21 days of being added to your account. In a more credit environment, it expires in 5 days,
So
right?
just
But
pause
like
here
I
for
said,
now, because I think that is something that we need to bring with to light. You're saying that in general, on a regular top up, it expires in what, 25 days?
21 days on a
21 days.
$200 top up, not just a regular top
Oh,
up, but a
$200
regular
top up.
200. Because the higher you go in terms of denomination, is the more time you have to expire the credit until the credit expires.
But the more credit feature, after you activate it, it expires
Yes.
and you top up $200 or more, it expires within 5 days.
No, 5 days for $200. Not $200 or more. Remember, it's incremental.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, you see, we're having this discussion in Mr. Parkinson, and I can appreciate the fact that some persons might not be able to readily process this information as quickly as you and I might be able to do so. And but before
Come
we
on, that's right.
before we proceed, as I said, I cannot recall activating that feature on the phone. So I might have done it inadvertently, right? But I cannot, even though it might have been that, I cannot for the life of me understand, irrespective of that, right? Why
Mhm.
is it? Why is it? Why is it that on the phone, same way, right? I
Yeah.
would have had thousands of dollars and I cannot make a call. 5 day, 21 day, it really and truly no means a lot to certain customers. If I mean, you could appreciate that.
All right. So look, remember, right? If the credit expires, it expires. There's an agreement that the credit expires after a while.
Yeah.
So if you opted for more credit, then it would expire in a shorter period than it would have, let us say, if you did not opt for more credit.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's $10 you have left on the account, it would still expire within a certain period of time. If it's $100 you have on your account,
It will
just the
expire.
same.
So question
Right.
though, is there anywhere in this feature, is there any notification or message stating that your credit, your top up will expire in five, the number five, not soon, but 5 days?
No, no, but yeah, and we're clear on that. It's not about soon. We would never tell a customer soon, and we know exactly when your top up will expire. You see, when you opt into the feature, right, you have the terms and conditions. In fact, when you opt into the more credit option for the first time, you actually get a link or information that says, text X amount of numbers to 137. And once you do that, you get the full text of the terms and conditions of the offer. It's also available on our website, and we do post it or we did post it on our social media page or pages when we had launched the offer some time ago.
Mm. But then, Mr. Parkinson, my 82-year-old grandmother would not be searching social media. My 82 grandmother might not be um, somebody who is going to spend the time and read through all those things to say this is the situation. So why not explicitly state it?
Hold on, I beg to
Yes.
disagree. I beg to disagree. I think the
Okay,
older the
okay.
customer,
Not a
like,
problem.
the customer is going the older the customer, the more likely the customer is going to read. You should know this.
At 82-year-old.
So Yeah, man. It's a bad example.
No, man,
No.
I will not agree with that, because the reality is, Mr. Parkinson. You see, it depends on how you look at it. And we're not saying all 82-year-old will not read it. I'm not. I could not suggest that. But what I'm saying,
No, man.
isn't there a possibility where some things might be lost in translation, and some persons do not get that information in a definitive and clear way?
The information is available in a definitive and clear way. I think customers would still need to access the information by way of the channels that they're available. If you're unclear about anything, one of the things that we've done, right, is to set up a knowledge base on our website. If you're unclear about anything, read Digicel, right? All you have to do is to go to the website, click the knowledge base or the search button on the site, and put in whatever. Put in, if you go there and you put in more credit, you see the drop down showing you all of the terms and conditions of more credit, including the expiry for the various denominations of credit that you add to your account. So the information is there, and we invite customers to always just check in on the website and get the information that you need.
But could it not be more explicitly stated and more readily available?
Suggest readily available.
Suggest readily
Because
available. Sending
Mhm.
because we get notification with some advertisement sometime where we don't know nothing about. So how about
Mhm.
sending these things in notification, since as we are into sending notifications?
Yeah.
Mark
And
you,
that's
some
the
people
point.
might not read it.
Right, no, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying to you that remember when you would have
I mean
activated the more.
systematically, man. We're not talking about just when you activate. I mean from time to time, from time to time. You know, you're in a relationship from time to time. You gotta remember, you gotta remind the person, say you value them and you cherish them. You don't just do it when you start. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Oh, oh yes, yeah. Because look here, the more credit offer is clearly a bonus. So of course we're going to tell you that you got the bonus with the more credit offer. But remember, right, that we can only send a certain amount of information because of the amount of fields that a message permits, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we are to we obviously could not deselect sending you the information as to how much money you topped up. So we have to make sure that is in there. We have to let you know when it expires. We have to let you know as well that you got your bonus under the more credit offer. Again, the terms and conditions for more credit, they are, lengthier than that amount of information. So you would have to go to that secondary source that I mentioned earlier for getting the information.
And you see, that is the problem that people like me will have now. I don't know why we need to go to a secondary source when that information could be made readily available, like any other thing that Digicel. You know that
No, man,
Digicel send us a lot of things from time to time, Mr. Parkinson.
hold on. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I just explained to you.
Mm-hmm.
Look, in messaging, you have to prioritize,
Yes.
right? Right? One has to ask oneself, what is important here,
Mm-hmm.
right? If it is at the time, well, not if, it was at the time that when you activated, you got the information regarding terms and conditions, clearly stating that, look, you get 25% more credit. That's not in dispute, right?
Mm-hmm.
You definitely get the 25% more credit. And a lot of customers appreciate that. So for somebody, for instance, who would have
Well,
topped
I
up
don't still,
250,
but all right.
who would have spent $250, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is, of course, to buy a $200 credit. $50 for tax, $200 towards credit. That person gets now the option of 25% more credit, right? If they were to choose the option. Now, having chosen that option, that person gets a full $250 in credit, right?
Mm-hmm.
It comes with terms and conditions, and that customer would have been told upfront about the offer, right? Now, at some point, we're going to have to keep reminding the customer that they're on the more credit offer. But as the terms and conditions, that will take several sentences, indeed paragraphs, to explain the offer. You wouldn't expect us to be pushing that kind of information to the phone, to the customer's phone incessantly. In
But
fact,
but I
customers
think
do come
Digicel
with
push. I think Digicel
information.
push things to our phone incessantly.
No, man, not like that. Not like that at all. Not like that.
As I
Apples and
said,
oranges here.
some things we'll agree to disagree.
No,
We'll agree to
yeah,
disagree at the end of Mr. Parkinson.
yeah, no, but agreeing to disagree, you still have to do it on the basis of facts. What I'm saying
Not
is
necessarily, you know.
terms. No, man, hold on. Let me finish. Terms and conditions, right, are usually lengthy pieces of literature, right? The messages that you will get from us routinely have to
But Mr.
fit
Parkins, you know, I
the
wasn't
terms
really and truly speaking about
that are
terms and
part.
conditions. I'm just simply speaking about a message from time to time to say, okay, you are party to this feature. And as such, your credit will expire in 5 days. That is
Yes,
that
and
is what
you
I'm
do get
saying.
credit expiry information. You
No,
do get
when you take
credit
up your phone to
expiry.
make a call, you 18 years.
Man, no, 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 no. That is a that is at the end of the expiration situation, right? But up on top of you do get information as to when your credit expires.
All right. Me go start pay attention to some more. Probably I mean I pay attention still. All right. But as I said now, the thing that I was most upset about, Mr. Parkinson, is the fact that, I mean, emergencies are emergencies, and you
Yeah,
don't know. You're in a situation and you need to make a call. And on your
right.
phone, when you take it up and check your credit, it says you have $2,000, and you dial a number and you are told that you cannot make this call because your service has expired and you need to top up in order to make that call. You are in the middle of nowhere. You need assistance from somebody. And you are telling me with credit on my phone that I used my money to pay for, I need to go and in the middle of nowhere source credit in order to make a call that may possibly save my life. I cannot and I will not see you through that, Mr. Parkinson. So I don't know if you can shed
But
some light on that for the people.
no, well, look here. You've often repeated that scenario. It could simply be that you also wanted to order a pizza. The truth is that it's any scenario at all, right? What it boils down to is just making sure,
That you
right,
have credit on
that
your phone.
based on the fact that no, based on the fact that you'd have signed up for the offer, then
Mm-hmm.
of course the credit that you have on the phone would expire much sooner than the normal credit expiry, right?
Yes.
That's because of course you have the bonus credit, which you need to use within a particular period of time, which is all part of the more credit offer. So I'm saying if you don't want that to happen, just take
Nobody
yourself
wants
off
that
the
to happen. So
right.
basically, then, in essence, then the reality is here in this is that nobody should really subscribe to the more credit feature because then it might leave in a situation where somebody died.
No, but hold on.
Yeah.
You're actually quoting me. I said to you earlier
No, no,
that
I'm not
people.
misquoting you. No, I'm just speaking from my
Well,
perspective.
yeah, and I think the perspective is wrong.
Well,
Um, um,
we can we
this
can we
reason,
can think that.
for this reason, come on, for this reason, right? Remember, I said to you earlier that people who choose the more credit option, right, tend to do it because it gives them a boost in their credit balance, which allows them to buy a higher priced plan,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you know, for instance, that you're going to buy a plan tomorrow, right? And you top up with $1,000 today, and you get $250 more credit, right? That now leaves you with a balance of $1,250. So instead of
Yes.
buying a plan, let's say for $900, you decide to say, all right, I'll buy a plan for $1,200, right? Now that $1,200, $1,250 worth of credit could very well expire in 6 days, but does it matter to you? No, because you're buying the plan tomorrow. That's
Mm-hmm.
only a day and a half.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it works depending on how you're going to be utilizing your credit.
yeah, but you say then there's it, it works, and anything that will
Hmm.
work may also not work. You understand what I say? And I'm gonna say
But
it again. Anything in life that has the potential to achieve something positive can also end up with a negative outcome.
yeah, but what
But
are you saying then?
I
But
am
you're not
saying,
breaking new ground, are you?
no man, we're not breaking new ground, but I want you, right? As I said, we had this conversation before. Are you telling me
Come
that we are
on.
comfortable in the fact that we are really and truly holding somebody at ransom? Because that is how I see it in Mr. Parkinson. It might sound
No, no,
harsh, so
hold
you
on.
might. Well, I know, let me finish, man. Let
No,
me finish. Well, I know, Mr. Parkinson. I listen to you, so just hear
yeah,
me,
man, that's fine.
right? I think I am being held at
Yeah.
ransom, and I'm saying yes, I would have opted for the more credit feature. And I'm saying in some instances, people make mistakes on them phone. Yes, you should opt out and think. But isn't it something that Digicel may want to look into in a situation where a person has a lot of credit on the phone and they are not able to make a call in a crucial moment that can be the difference between life and death.
All right. So first of all, it's not about being held at ransom, right? It's an option. You opt in, you
You
get
opt
the
out.
bonus credit, you can opt out too,
Yeah.
right? And like I said, it simply depends on how you decide to deploy that credit, right? You get the bonus credit, you want to buy a plan, within a matter of days with it, then you are fine. If you get the bonus credit and you want to, bank it up and save it up, you might have an issue, especially if you do not continue to top up within the time the bonus credit expires, right? So that's pretty much what's at play here. It's
Yes.
a matter of the customer taking control of his or her account and managing it accordingly.
All right, Mr. Parkins. I mean, hear you loud and clear, full clarity,
Yeah,
right? But you can appreciate the fact that, and we know we're going to talk about this because you have passed in the education field. You can appreciate the fact that in Jamaica, not everybody reads as much as they ought to. Right? And you can
right?
appreciate the fact that somebody can accidentally activate a feature on a phone that they never intend to and them don't realize.
Yeah, I get that.
Right? So I am saying, and this was my gripe from day one. We are placed in a situation where in a moment in time when we need to make that call with credit on our phone, that call cannot be made. And sometimes, right, many persons will know about it, but you can understand that some persons will not know. And yes, Mr. Parkins, so the information is available. And yes, it's an indictment on us as a people because we're not reading and we're not accessing the information. But the reality is the reality, and we cannot move away from the reality. The reality is that some persons just don't know. And in a situation like that, it is really and truly rough to know that somebody's life may be at stake, credit on their phone, and they cannot make a call. I cannot appreciate that.
Well, look, and then there's a situation where credit is not on the phone and they can't make a call and they didn't know that credit was not on the phone. All I'm saying is these are scenarios. No,
Yeah,
but
I'm
I'm saying we
listening.
can
I'm
build
listening.
scenarios on the phone. We can
No,
build
but I'm
scenarios.
listening. I'm listening.
But the
I'm
point
listening.
is, right, that we are about making sure that customers understand, right, where they are in terms of the type of plans that they opt into or not, the type of features that they desire. Basic information concerning credit expiry. Whenever a customer goes into a store, they can get that kind of information. Like I indicated, we have the knowledge base available, right? And customers are apprised as to when their credit expires, so that they can, adequately prepare for topping up soon enough. So we give them the tools. We
All
give
right.
customers the tools to take control of their account.
So the tools are there, Mr. Parkins, right?
Yeah.
And I know we kind of had a very heated discussion about this. So then, I do not know, I cannot quantify, and I doubt you will for me as well, that many customers of Digicel tend to call customer care from time to time, right? And isn't it then that there is something inherently wrong with aspects of the service that Digicel offers that persons keep on calling customer care sometimes very angry?
Mm-hmm.
So is it then that Digicel is making the information that you say is readily available as readily available as it would sound? Because if it was
Well,
as well, Mr. Park, if it was as readily available and was accessible to everyone, why then are so many? Well, I can't say so many because I don't know the data, but I'm assuming that persons call Digicel customer care. Uh, yeah, that persons call Digicel customer care to voice concerns are sometimes persons are upset because I know most of the persons who I know have a digital phone. So is it then that there is improvement that can be made, that needs to be made, that should be made as it relates to dispensing information to the persons who really need this information?
yeah, well, look, there's always room for improvement. I mean, the truth is that, when customers come to us about issues that they have with their service, one of the things that we do is to take the feedback and to see what went wrong, right? In some cases, it's a matter that, the customer may have gotten the wrong information. In other cases, it may have been that the customer missed the information altogether. And in in cases, in other cases, it's just nobody's fault, you know. But no, and I mean,
No
it
man,
does
don't
turn
mind
out
my
that,
laughter, man. It's just interesting that you said
right?
that.
Um, no, really, because sometimes it's not a matter of fault. It's just a matter of identifying that, you know what, you didn't do something, I didn't do something either. And quite frankly, this is the thing that ought to have been done by both of us, right?
Mm.
And you fix it there and then, and you move on. That's the nature of the relationship with customers. And in this business, we're all about making sure that we listen to customers, hear the pain points as they come up, and address them.
Okay, well, that is reassuring to hear. I suppose I hope that that is put in practice as well, right? No, there
It's
is
always.
there is another major gripe. Not necessarily. Well, I would have had that experience, but many persons would have had said experience before, where I do not know the specific time frame. I don't remember that if you don't top up your number is reassigned. Basically, a Jamaican man will say your selling number. I
Mhm.
think this is an opportunity for you to explain to the viewers how that work, because many persons are peeved by that. Like, you have your number from you as a boy, I know you turn big man Mr. Parkinson, you go away for a couple months and you not put on a credit, and when you come back you call it and it's the next man answer your phone. Everybody will get that about that, sir. So explain to the people about
Okay.
that workout.
It's the nature of the prepaid service, right? You prepay for the service, right? And that at least tells us that you are indeed using the service, right? The truth is, we do incur a cost for hosting your number on the network, right? And as well, we must also report to our regulator that we are indeed using all the numbers that have been apportioned to us.
And their
We
regulator is
don't
the Office of
own the
Utilities
numbers per
Regulation,
se.
correct? Your
Absolutely, right?
Okay, all right. So hold on.
Right.
So
So,
before you
so
go any further, what about the persons who are of the opinion, like I once was? So when you buy
mm.
your chip, you buy the number and you own it, and it's your own until the day you die. What you say to them people? There?
So yeah, it is your number, right? It's like ownership of land. No, hold on, let me finish. It's like ownership of land, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, you do know that nobody owns land, right?
Well,
You
it's a
hold it in trust,
yes.
right?
As
So it's not strict ownership of land, right?
you just
So
pay
it's kind
tax
of
to
like that,
maintain it.
where precisely. So you get your SIM card. It's your number, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, will just, take it from you like that. But certainly there are terms and conditions of service that every customer is expected to adhere to, right? We have our end of the bargain to live up to, and the customer has his or her end of the bargain as well to live up to, right? Now we have to follow a very strict number management protocol, and that's primarily because numbers are not a
Finite.
finite resource. At some point in time, we will run out of numbers, which is why Jamaica is now going to get a second area code, because we're exhausting the bank of 876 numbers
So
very
we're going
quickly,
to 658.
right? So 876 and 658
58,
are the
yeah
new
man.
area code, are the area codes for Jamaica, 658 being the new one,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when you get a number, let's say a prepaid number, for instance, right? You are expected to, of course, prepay and use the service. If you are not, you are effectively telling us that you're not using the service, right?
But
Let's
for the
face it.
time being, I might not be interested to use the service, Sir
Yeah,
Parkinson.
man, but then you can always reapply when you're ready. The thing is, when somebody dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. Nobody comes in with a SIM card, especially
And
when it's a
say that
prepaid
person
account,
are
and say,
dead.
"Oh, this person died a month ago or so," right? We won't know until we see no signs of life, no pun intended, on the account, right? And that's when we know that, well, okay, this number has not been used in over 60 or 90 days.
Hold on, before we go any further, what is the
You know,
cutoff time? Because we need to get that out in the public in the year. How long, how long?
simple,
Yeah,
right?
simple. Go ahead, man.
Sorry,
What's
we're
the
having
cutoff
a bit
time? Yeah, what's the cutoff time?
60 days. 60
60
days. You should
days, 2 months.
perform. top up within 60 days,
Hmm.
right? Then your account will go into I can't remember the state
Receivership.
that it
I'm just saying.
no 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 no. Uh, no. It goes into one state before it goes into another state around 90 or 120 days, after which
Oh,
you completely lose.
lose a
So,
chip.
so there is, yeah, so there is still hope after 60 days. You obviously have to top up to get back onto the network and you're good again,
Hmm.
right? So we try as best as we can to extend the period, but you know, again, there is a demand for numbers, and so at some point in time we have to take the number back and prepare for it to be sent out again sometime in the future.
Yeah, but you see, because when we spoke before, I would have expressed to you the view that some persons might leave the island and work. And based on the
Mhm.
nature of their work, a cell phone is not permitted all the time. And as such, they probably don't want to do roaming and whatever. And that person is out of the island for X time. I know you're going to say it to me, but teach makes money top up the phone. But sometimes we don't remember all of them things. And some people love them number, Mr. Parkinson. Like, me have a number where me did love from way back when and want to take it from me. You understand what I say? So somebody like that is really and truly going to be upset, you know. And they might not be privy to the information that you're passing on to me, you know, because, and make put this into context. I know that we get a pamphlet type of thingy when we purchase a SIM card.
Yeah, the
How
time-
many persons
yeah.
ever really sit down and read through that? You never read through yours, Mr. Parkins.
No, but you don't read through it. That's what I'm saying. Look here, let me tell you
Yeah,
now. Hold
tell
on.
me, tell me.
It's not a matter of reading through, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a matter of reading through and memorizing everything. All I'm saying is, look, okay, say you want a number. Try
You're
your mind
breaking
to
up, you're
preserve your
breaking
number,
up, you're
yes.
breaking up
Then
now.
why not just give us a call?
Oh, yeah, I'm hearing you good now. You're
Okay,
breaking up just
let
now.
me. No, I'm saying you're going abroad and you're concerned about what happens to your number, right? Give us a call. Send us a message on Facebook and ask us, I'm going abroad. I won't be using my number for a while. Is there any, risk, anything I should be aware of? And then we'll tell you, well, tell you what, in order to keep your number active, top up at least $100 every 60 days. That's it. You could easily ask a relative or a friend back home to do it for you, or
Hmm.
you could go online. The minimum top up online, I think, is about $5 US, and you could perform that top up activity once every 60 days, and that's it.
Sound like the ideal situation, but you see in the real world, we don't always think about them things that still on Mr. Parkins. I reality that. You understand what I say?
Man, to make it the real world. A lot
We
of
have to
people
make it
do
the
it. I
real
know a
world.
lot of people who preserve
Sir,
their numbers
Sir
that way.
Parkinson, the pace of life is very fast sometimes, and sometimes we really and truly not have time to keep up with them little things. Still, I just a reality that still. So
Yeah,
at
but you
least,
see,
well,
you
I know, at
can't
least you're
continue.
here now to tell the people them say, look, if you don't top up your SIM card in 2 months, you're going to lose it. Well, it go,
Yeah,
in my word, it's going to receivership. That's not what you want to call it still, but it just sounds funny. So watch me now, sir.
absolutely.
As I said, a lot of the things that we spoke about, I will agree to disagree on some of them. Some of them I know it is a business situation. You understand? I can see through that from a business model. But some things I believe can be adjusted, right? But you have some people who out there, and I'm sure you hear it because I'm sure you are party to social media. So did you sell a thief? Like, did you sell a just thief? Like, what you have to say to them people there?
No, I disagree. I think I understand why customers would want to think that they're and let me get to why people would say that, because it's not sufficient to just say
You
yes
know a
or no
thief.
and move on.
Okay, yeah.
um it's about understanding why people say what they say, right? And people say it or said it in an environment where they were using a lot of data at the pay-as-you-go rate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, in former days, and I say in former days because it doesn't happen anymore, customers used to be billed for out-of-plan data. So you'd buy a plan, let's say you buy 200 megs of data, you use up the 200 megs of data in your plan, you have credit on your phone, and now what would happen is that the rest of the data that you utilize would come at
Out of your
a
credit.
out of the credit
A
at
lot of money
a
per
higher per
megabyte.
megabyte.
Yeah, man, a lot of money per
Exactly.
megabyte, man.
And we decided to take an axe to that and say, look, we're just going to cut that out. Once your megabytes are done, then they're
You
done.
cut it
That's
off.
it.
Mm.
A new plan,
That catch me
right?
a couple
No,
times still.
it drew that decision. We got mixed reactions to it
Really?
because some customers said, "Come on, yeah." Some customers were of the view that, well, look, I had an important data session going on. I was downloading some notes, whatever. The data ran out, and I wouldn't have minded you continuing to take from my credit at the metered rate in order for me to complete this activity. Of course, other customers welcomed it and saying, well, yes, finally, at least it preserves my credit. And that has been the norm here for a good year and a half now.
I would like to think that
So
the
all of that,
former were isolated cases though, but I guess people are people and different people have different amount of money also. But alright. Yeah man, you can go
I,
ahead. No, I'm saying you
uh,
said that some persons you had mixed
yeah,
reaction
yeah,
because
I
some
got
well
you.
I know because you said some persons were basically saying that it was working for them. But I'm saying I think that would be isolated cases because I can't see how majority of the persons would be saying that. Like that
No, I'm
catch me.
not saying it's majority at all. I said some. And
Nah, man, that
I
is
never
just
said it was
me.
the
That is just me interjecting and being probably mischievous. Is that a problem?
all right, all right. I should have tried
So,
it.
so Digicel not thief then? Like basically is that what you say? Because that's the word in the street, Mr. Parkinson. I mean,
Yeah,
I nothing
yeah,
from
but
out
look,
the street.
yeah, yeah, it's the word I hear when it comes on to utilities in general. The truth is, it's
JPS
easy to
thief,
say.
NWC thief,
It's easy to
everybody
say,
thief.
but
Okay.
here's the thing. We're regulated entities, right?
Yes.
We have a corporate governance structure. We
Mm-hmm.
are audited entities, right? We have to constantly report to our regulators, right? So it cannot be that, we would be involved in anything that is less than acceptable of a large, responsible corporate entity that's providing an essential service to Jamaica, right? And still be in the business, right? It just cannot be, right? They don't go together,
They're not got together.
right? So we understand our customers' concerns, right? But the truth is, we have done the things to ensure that customers do not have that perception, but that perception was born out of a lack of, in some cases, understanding as to how data works,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, to this very day,
It's just
people will say
data
to
or
me,
it is data and minutes though. Like it's mostly
well,
data.
it's data. And I'll tell you why, right? Understand that we're coming from the evolution of mobile is minutes to megabytes,
Mm-hmm.
right? When mobile started out, we were just talking about minutes and, of course, text messages, which was, of course, X amount of dollars per message, right? So the concept of a minute is clear. It's 60 seconds, right? So if I say to you, this call is $10 per minute and you stay on the call for 30 seconds, you expect only to be charged $5, right? It's pretty clear. When you get into a data environment, right? No two data sessions are the same. So whereas on a Monday, you would use 100 megs of data for the entire day on a Monday, right? But on a Saturday, you're using 500 megs of data. And customers are saying, oh, I mean, what happened to my data? Why my data run off so fast, right? Not recognizing that on a Monday, most people are at work. They're not
Mm-hmm.
posting videos, they're not posting photos. They're getting work done, right? So the traffic isn't very high. On a Saturday, right? People are out at parties. They're out, they have more time to live stream and go live, right? They have more time to do activities that increase demand for bandwidth, right? When you look at Carnival, for instance, people who go to Carnival events want to let everybody else know that they're there, right? So it means posting a lot of videos.
Mm.
You're constantly on Instagram. You're putting up a boomerang. You're changing your WhatsApp photo. All of these things, right? It pulls more of your data for you to get those updates as to what your friends are doing out there.
Yeah,
So
naturally.
clearly, there are more
Naturally.
that you, right, right. But I'm right, exactly. But this is something that we've been trying to help customers to understand that not because you didn't use much data on Monday or Tuesday and Wednesday means all the data that you used for those 3 days could not be consumed equally on a Saturday
Yeah, that is
only.
fair. I mean, I
Right.
can appreciate that. But
You
as
know,
I say,
so
all right,
we've been
finish.
trying to educate. We've been trying to educate as much as possible. We have our data doctors out there. We put up videos on our social media pages from time to time to help our customers understand how data works. We think the message is landing. But of course, there's always room for us to continue the conversation with our customers, which is why I'm also here to assist in that quest.
Okay, Mr. Parkinson. Well, so there are some persons in the comments saying some things still, but I suppose I would have addressed many of the points that they are making and thing. As I say, I can appreciate some stuff. I can see through some stuff, and some stuff I will just not agree on. It's just the nature of things, and different
Right.
persons' personality and how we view things, right? I had a I would have had bad experiences with the company before. I would have also had wonderful experiences. So it's a mixed bag.
Mhm.
As you would have known, I use both companies. My personal phone is Digicel, my channel phone is Lime, and it's no preference. It's just that we want a balance in the thing. And you would know that well because I mean, I did not say that before. I was hoping that you would have mentioned it. You were formerly at Lime, at Flow.
Well, I worked for the company.
You work for the company for?
No, I said I worked with our competitor at one point.
At one point. Okay, okay, okay.
For
Well,
joining. Yes.
so I guess you would have knowledge of both side of the spectrum and stuff and so I could say it got still. But I'm saying when I did the video really and truly, so we're just gonna wrap up now. When I did the video, it was not about any malice, it was about my personal experience and you know me have a platform. Some the series name Let's Talk. So I was just talking. So you would have seen it, the team would have seen it and you would have reached out and I appreciate that. I know some person in the comment that say, well teach them send the right man because this man look like him on the backboard of the company. Right, but that's how you got. You're doing your job. As I said, some things I will agree with, some things I definitely will just can't see through it. But really and truly appreciate the fact that you would have taken the time out to reach out firstly and also made the step to come and speak to us, despite the fact that you are a big corporation. Because some people then see it and say this is just a little big head boy chat off him out. Him is no threat or him not no influence. But irrespective of how you saw it, you decided to reach out and from my
Yeah,
perspective, I
look here.
appreciate that.
We don't the relationship that we have with our customers is not dependent on the sizes of their wallets, right? It's really about making sure that we provide a seamless experience for customers to connect to a world of information and entertainment and for us to continue to innovate and provide the services that our customers tell us that they want, right? And part of it involves discourse like this, getting feedback from our customers and making changes as we go along, right? We've been on that journey for quite some time now. It works, right? When we hear our customers tell us what they want, and when we go back into our meeting rooms and we look at the feedback and we see what we can do, we see the delight on our customers' faces when they recognize that we've actually responded to what they've been calling for, right? More recently, our customers have been clamoring for unlimited calling to any network,
Yeah.
right? We did it. We
I
launched
mean,
that about 10
I think you guys did that as a to
uh,
answer the competitors still. That's just my
no, man.
opinion upon the matter,
Well, I think you weren't really following us because we
man.
did provide, no, we did launch unlimited calling last year as well to customers as a promotional offer, right? So, like I said, we continue to have the conversations, the chat sessions with customers. We bring them in, focus groups, and they say, look, you launched this thing last year. You probably should bring it back if you want to really deliver some more value to the experience with me as a customer, right? And so, yes, it's back. A number of other things are in the pipeline.
Hold on, how
Won't
long
say it
will
here.
that last for though? What is
Huh?
the termination period for the
No, we've placed no termination period on it.
okay, alright, boss.
Yeah.
Me I listen to you
Right?
loud and clear. Cause me know when you tell me in the future, so me not follow you, Mr. Parkinson. Cause me been a follow you,
No,
know.
your best bet is to follow me to get the facts, right?
Alright,
Right?
boss. Me hear you. As I said, we
Always
appreciate. We are pre
right?
and before me going up, because there was a point in time for about a month when me couldn't have one good live stream because every stream me have me a crash. Me I want to fix my internet where I come on my yard so I can stream and talk to people them good. So
So where you know?
where am I now? As in how good it is now?
Yeah.
It is okay. I mean, we still have, as technology, but we don't love we think balance. So me I wonder if through me the trouble when I go mash up me internet. I'm just kidding, still. Don't follow
No,
me.
sir.
But here we are now, Sir Parkins. It's really and truly, and I must say that Digicel would have selected the best PR personnel they could have, because job no catch. As we say, we will agree on some things, we will disagree on some things. But the
Yeah.
discourse was really and truly productive, and you are a consummate professional, I must say that. You understand? And
I try. So
you
look, I
are,
want to reach out to your viewers as well, just
yes.
to thank them for joining us on the live stream. And anytime anyone has any issue at all with us and would like to discuss an idea, or let us know how we can improve, they can always drop me a line. My email address is elon.parkinson@digicelgroup.com. That's elon.parkinson@digicelgroup.com. You can also give me a call, 876-619-5000. Always willing to take your call, always willing to make things right for our customers.
Okay, awesome, Sir Parkins. A viewer is asking a question. They're saying, when is Digicel
Sure.
Fiber coming to Montego Bay?
That's a very good question. We get it a lot of times. The deployment of fiber in Montego Bay is dependent on a number of technical factors, which we're working through at the same time. We're also looking at an alternative technology. We're actually testing that technology right now, and I think we have about
Better than
two
fiber?
as good as fiber.
Mm.
We have about two residents in St. James who have signed up to be one of our to be two of our testers, and they're giving us feedback on the technology. It's very encouraging, and look out. We will be deploying some brand new technology that our customers are going to love very soon. It's going to deliver an awesome experience in terms of connecting to the internet as well as enjoying your favorite streaming options.
For quite a bit of money.
We are always competitive when it comes down to pricing. You know that. We brought the revolution to mobile to Jamaica 18 years ago. And,
Well,
really
before
the
you go, I have a
market
question for you. I'm glad you bring up that. Finish your point, though.
is.
So
I'm
you
through.
revolutionize the telecom space in the country, because I remember from the peanut phone days, cable and wireless to them things. You understand? But there are many persons, and I don't know how I forget this, and I then beat up myself tonight. There are persons who are of the opinion that Digicel and Flow, by extension,
Mhm.
actively seek to block. Not that I'm saying you guys have the power. I tell you what the people I say. Actively seeks to block other companies who aim to provide competition. What's your take on that, though?
Anybody who says that would be wrong.
Just like that.
Yeah, would be
Okay.
wrong.
Because, well,
You,
I
you,
know, and not to call people names, but there are persons who are saying that carousel is being fought by Digicel. I mean, you must hear that along the road, because you drive on the light.
yeah, but look here, you have to, when it comes on to these matters concerning market entry, you
Mm.
have to take an informed approach. It cannot just be somebody talking off a whim and saying, well, you're blocking and the other one is blocking, right? Telecommunications is one of the most highly regulated markets in the world, right? Not just in Jamaica, in the world. Certainly, the Office of Utilities Regulation, as well as the attendant regulators, do an excellent job in terms of vetting all current and likely competitors in the market, right? Um, we are certainly not consulted when it comes on to who comes or who goes out of the market, right? Who is consulted is the regulator,
Mm.
which acts on behalf of the government of Jamaica. And it has been that way ever since and will continue to be.
So Digicel not fight nobody.
We compete
How you
against
compete?
anyone in the
I am only
marketplace.
asking the questions, Mr. Parkinson.
We compete, and we compete on the basis of innovation and of service to delight our customers.
Mm, delight. Well said, I suppose, but it's a question that I would have needed to ask.
Mhm.
TD, a trouble you want to get the money. Nah, man, him not getting another trouble, man. Him have a thing locked, man. The people them said me I make you drink enough water, Sir Parkinson. But the question them liquor,
Ah,
you
it's
just drink some water.
I,
But on a serious note now, really and truly appreciate
it's
this.
true. I drink water every day,
Really
so
and truly
that's just me.
appreciate this. It shows that as a company, you guys are willing to listen. You guys are willing to pay attention to what the consumers and the customers have to say. I hope this is a broad thing and it's not just because I probably have a few people who watch me and probably subscribe to the channel. They must say, oh, hold on. I'm just saying. You understand what I say? So we're not pretty top thing when we
No,
are
no, no.
talking.
I mean, okay. My friends in media know that when it comes on to getting information from Digicel, they can always call me up and we have a conversation that will usually lead to the edification of our customers, bring them into a deeper understanding as to why we do what we do, and to iron out any issues that they might have.
All right, sir. Let's hear you loud and clear. So it is good to know that in the event that there's another situation where either me or a viewer or such has an issue, you will be more than willing to come and assess the situation and give the company's perspective or stance and said matter. Well, I would appreciate that. So because I not throw a little thing. Say in the future, if you want to talk to you, I appreciate it. Otherwise, you know, sir,
We can talk.
Parkinson.
We can talk.
Yeah, man. So really and truly appreciate it. Sir Elon Parkinson, the public relations and communications manager at Digicel Jamaica, who would have had some contending points or views as it relates to some stuff that I would have said in that video. Digicel is the bigger, better oppressors. That sounds funny every time I say it. But
Yeah, you really should change that though. You really should change that because you
to
draw
what?
it out with
The
it.
bigger, better
Huh?
network. Well, make we say it go still.
Well,
So make we
we're
say
the bigger data.
say again.
We're now the bigger data network.
The bigger data network. Well, make we say it
We've
go
gone
still.
from being the bigger, better network to now being the bigger data network.
The bigger data network. All right, I'll hold it to that, Sir Parkins. But big up yourself. Blessings to
You said,
the team at Giselle. And the reality is that it's work me at work. Say, you know what I mean? We're available to do some some advertisement. But Sir
oh gosh,
Parkinson.
that's another discussion.
Well, good sir, really and truly appreciate you taking the time out. As I said before, I'm sure that the customer, the viewer, some of them not really happy same way. You understand? Me not really happy 100% about a lot of things still. But
Yeah,
you
well,
know what
look,
thing,
if
go?
not happy, drop me a line.
All
Drop
right.
me a line.
And
Dot
I have the
Parkinson.
information, so if they want to reach out to you, they can always also get in touch, right? So, what we say, go? A lot of things were put into context. Some things were made clearer, and it was good that we had clarity on some things that we still might be in opposition with, but that's just the reality. I suppose it's business. So, as we said, what good Sir Parkins, so really and truly I appreciate it.
Take care. Thanks for having me.
Blessings.
All right, good.
Yeah, peeps, that's up there. You know what thing go? I can't take them out of me as I know, don't. Yes, I. My apologies for not streaming yesterday. Many persons were concerned because I had not uploaded since early Saturday morning as well. But I am okay. It was just one of them days where you're just never into it. You understand what I mean? I say, Chaddy, but just I see the question and bro. You see me? So, my apologies for that. I might stream on Wednesday evening. Not sure. I heard that you guys were in good company yesterday because I think Kevin, my brother, was streaming yesterday during the time that I would have streamed. So I suppose that the Sunday evening was not as down as it could have been. You understand what I say? So peace, big up on yourself. You know what thing go? He went into lawyer mode. So that was Mr. Elon Parkinson. He had promised to shed some light on some things. Would have spoken at length via telephone on the issues that I would have raised. And some other issues and things, but you don't know. When I OD the thing, Zane, there are some things that I am still not in agreement with. There are some things that I will never be in agreement with, really. You understand? Some things are just business, I suppose. And from a business perspective, if you were running the business or I was running the business, probably would have done similar things. So it's just one of them things. Not the perfect situation, not the perfect company, but it's what it is, I suppose. So it was good that he was willing to come on and say, you know, what thing go. So peace, big up on yourself. My there, may I cut you now still, because we know a whole lot of things that we can talk about. Teach, we were confused all that before. Nah, man, I lie I tell the guys shall put more, man. They think that's so bad. You see me, I say, you know what I think. But peace, big up on yourself. Thanks to the persons who, I know that this was not something that persons would have known of before this evening. So I know that the numbers would not have been great. But that's how I think of sometimes. You understand what I say? Big up on yourself. May I say Apple Cider, DeAndre Small, DS Electronics Unlimited. Netta GM, Chaddy Murray TV, big up yourself, you know, bro. You know what I mean? Ellie London, the Royal, General, the guys from Portmore, Lawless, brother, big up yourself. Big up to the person who just dislike history. Manners and respect said we in a family. You did there, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Ken Prosper, them don't know so we have to prosper. You know what I think, go? Ellie London, Ingrid Theatre, the Royal, General, Meditate with Marjan. Marjan, big up yourself, you know, I mean, if you come check out that something, and I don't reach cross yet, be I tell you the truth. You understand what I say? Yeah, man, no, we soon come. You don't know you're my sister. You know what I think? Go peeps, go check out. Meditate with Marjan. You know sometimes you have to meditate. You know what I think? Go Finnar! Daniel Scarlett, big up yourself, you know. The persons who would have contributed to Super Chat during the discussion, really and truly appreciate. I mean, I remember that Trivian contributed. I don't remember exactly who else. I think Chaddy Murray TV contributed as well. But you know, I couldn't just break up the chat for you. And you know what I think? You understand what I say? Cookie Mama, big up yourself in the Empress. Libra Sun Goddess. Chediel Review. Chediel, big up yourself in the family. Chavez Edwards. Manners. Empress Love. Just Rhyme TV. No Crime TV. You know what I think? Set up. Maurice Ariat. Fade PC. Who else in the building? Johnny H. Keisha Watson. Peyton Place. Peyton, big up yourself in the family. You know what I think? You know, Fatherland's Crooks. Manners and respect, you know. You understand, Maurice said Digicel still have a far way to go with regards to improving its customer service. You understand? You know, funny enough, I think for them one better than in terms of customer service, even though it's frustrating sometimes. You understand me? I say, Brandon Pesowa, manners and respect, you know. You see me, the people that wanna hear them name, you don't know a thing, I nah say the name them. Sir Belvedere, Miss Winsome Rattigan, all of the people, them big up on themselves, you know. Peeps, enjoy the rest of the week. As I said, I might stream Wednesday evening, not sure as yet. We see how that go. You understand? Look out for it. Book out for it. You know what I think go. I promise I will start uploading as often as I usually do, which is at least once per day, sometimes 2 times a day. You understand what I say? So look out for that. Miss Janet Doherty, Candy Diamond, Andre Isaac, big up on yourself. Miss Sophia Kobe, Mike Johnson, manners and respect, you know. So I say, peeps, what good? Step with Jah. I'm out.